My dear students, welcome to one more session number 5 of the chapter web designing. Under that, we are going to learn concept web hosting. In our previous session, you have learned the basic HTML commands and basic HTML tags and form elements and so many tags of HTML. And also at the beginning of this chapter, we have explained about the basic definition of what is a web server, what is a website, everything. So in this session, I am going to explain about a concept web hosting. Students, all of you are familiar with internet and also website. So what is a website? It is a collection of web pages. You take an example of our college website. You take example like this: www.gsipuc.com. If you look into this is website. This is our college website. So you know what is www? It is a World Wide Web, and gsipuc.com, it is called domain. It is domain. So now all of you are able to access this website. You are able to get into website. You can access, you can view, or you can see the contents of this website through internet. So if you want to see the content of this, so what is this, by the way? First of all, this is nothing but your website. This website, suppose if you want to see it, or if anyone you would like to visit this website or to know the content of this PUC our college website, what is supposed to be? This supposed to be inside www. So what is it? www, it is a server. www is a World Wide Web, it is a server. So in this concept, I am going to explain what is web hosting. So what is web hosting? Suppose if we want to see the content of this website available to everyone, so this particular website, it has to be copied or it has to be placed inside the server. So then once it is placed inside the server, so everybody who are visiting, everybody through internet can access our website. So this is a simple meaning of web hosting. So what do you mean by web hosting here? The web hosting is this one particular website which will be available to the user or everybody, they can through internet inside the server World Wide Web. So this is nothing but your web hosting. So if you look at the definition of this, web hosting is, the definition is, it is a hosting of web server application on a computer so that through internet anyone can access electronic data with the help of web client, that is nothing but web browser. That is your web browser. So if you look at definition of web hosting is nothing but hosting of web server application Means, for example, this is a website, this has to be loaded into the server. So that is through a computer system, and any user can access this website or web server through internet. And what you can do that, generally all website consists of contents. Generally we say e-content, nothing but electronic content. So electronic content or data can be accessed, and how can we access it? We access it with the help of client or web browser. Here there are two concepts here, one is server as well as client here. So what is a server? Server, already you have learned a basic definition of web server. A server is a system or a place where all the resources are loaded or it will be available to the users. So what are clients, or in this example what are web clients? Web clients are nothing but the users, they can access the content of the server with the help of web browser. So web browser is nothing but a client. So this is the basic concepts of web hosting. Web hosting is nothing but, you can imagine that, suppose if you have your one website that we have to make it available to different users, isn't it? So in that case, that particular website has to be loaded inside or at the server, that is World Wide Web, that is web server. So any user can access the content of this through client software, that is your web browser. So this is what normally we do, isn't it? So whenever if you want to visit any of the website, or when you want to go to, or anyone to open any of the particular website, normally we go to web browser. Through the web browser we will get into a particular or any website through internet. So this is your web hosting. And here in web hosting content, here we have types of web hosting. Here there are 4 types of web hosting. Types of web hosting. First one is free web hosting. Second one is virtual or shared web hosting. Next one is dedicated web hosting, and finally co-location web hosting. Okay, students, let us try to get the meaning of definition of these different types of web hosting. Now, first of all, what is free web hosting? Now, imagine that, suppose if you have a website, if you develop a website, if you want to store it, or if that has to be maintained, who is going to maintain that? Isn't it? So someone has to maintain that. So for that they are going to charge something. They are going to charge for all these things. So to maintain a website, to load into their server, everything will be charged by a particular company or web hosting company. So see here, if you look into that free web hosting, in this type, your particular website will be loaded with free of cost, and this is, first of all, you have to keep in your mind who is going to load the service here. Is a web hosting company. Web hosting company. Web hosting company. They are going to host your, or they are going to maintain your web service, website with, without taking or without charging anything else. So just it is free of cost. And why do they do that? This is maybe for their fun, or maybe for their experiment, and for research. And normally a small website with limited content, these type of websites are loaded or hosted with free of cost. So this is free web hosting. And if you look into that, there are few web hosting companies. They are WordPress.com, Wix. Next one is GoDaddy. You might have familiar with this. GoDaddy. Next one, Squarespace. And Google Cloud hosting. Just I have taken these examples. These are the web hosting company. They will load or they will maintain a website for free of cost. So this is about free web hosting. Now next we will come to second type, virtual or shared web hosting. Okay, now look into that, virtual or shared web hosting. As I have told you already, web hosting is nothing but this company, they are going to store or place your website in their server. So every web hosting company will be having their server, that is web server, and here they are going to load or they are going to copy your website inside their web server. So what is the meaning of virtual shared web hosting? Here this web hosting company, what they will do, they will host many websites. They are going to host many websites along with other websites in their web server. For example, our college gsapu.com, this is one of the website. Similarly, you take another college, Sharda Vidya Mandir, or you take Tertian College. See, suppose you take an example of these three websites. So what is virtual or shared web hosting is, the meaning is that the web hosting company, they are going to host your website along with other website, So here they are going to maintain in such a way that there won't be any connectivity or there won't be any link or relationship with one to another. So this says all administration. We say administration will be taken care of by this company, so that users or clients, for example, we won't be knowing that, in that particular server who are all websites are available, which are available. These are not able to notice it. So web hosting, the free virtual or shared web hosting is nothing but a web hosting company. They are going to host our website along with some other website, so that they are going to take care of administration in such a way that, and they are going to provide a secured browsing or secured access of data and maintenance. So this is your virtual or shared web hosting. Now we look into the next one is dedicated web hosting. Next, let us know the meaning of dedicated hosting, dedicated web hosting. Again, as I told you, you take an example like this is a web server. This is web server maintained by web hosting company. In dedicated web hosting server, it is this company, they provide a separate web server to different users or different clients. For example, this is web server 1, server 2, server 3 or server 4. So this company, web hosting company, they may be maintaining different web servers, and they will be dedicated one server of the company to one of the website. For example, JSIPU college, for this is for our college, and this is for second college, and this is another one, this is for some other thing. So here this is web hosting. Dedicated web hosting is nothing but this web hosting company, they are going to host their particular website along with the website, but they are going to provide one separate server for one website. So this is your dedicated web hosting. And okay, and finally we look into the co-location web hosting. What is co-location web hosting? In co-location web hosting, this is, you take an example, this is again web server of web hosting company, and here for example this is our college website. This is our college website, and we are having web server here. This is web server of website of, for example, to take our college server. This is a web server. We will be maintaining it our college. This is our or within our college premises. So this is our web server. We are maintaining our website here. So what is co-location? Co-location is nothing but, so what this company they will do is, here instead of we are maintaining this our web server, we are going to keep this our web server. This is a physical server, a physical computer system we are going to place in their company, in their office or in their company, and they are going to provide a rack space. Means the meaning is that, see, this company anyhow, the web hosting company, they will be maintaining number of websites, number of web server of different companies. So what they will do is, this company, they will going to provide a rack space or some space for our web server. So physically we are moving our web server to web hosting company, and they are going to provide all connection part of it. They are going to provide connection part, and meaning physical connectivity to the server, and but all administration done by the customer. Administration done, all taken care of by the customers. So this is another type of web hosting. This is co-location web hosting. Student, just I summarize that what is web hosting. Web hosting is nothing but hosting of web application or website in the web hosting company server, or they are going to place it. They are providing a space for customer. That is web hosting. Under that we have learned there are two words again: web server as well as client. Web server is the place where all websites are loaded, or they are going to maintain by the web hosting company, and all the customers or all the clients, they will access their websites or content of website, what we generally call e-content, through a client, web client, that is nothing but web browser. Apart from that, just now we have discussed about types of web hosting, that is free web hosting. What is free web hosting? It is the web hosting company, they will maintain the provide service for free of cost without charging anything for this one. And again, for virtual or shared web hosting, here in this example, this web hosting company, they are going to provide a service to our website or the web server along with other websites. Next one is dedicated web hosting. In dedicated web hosting, the web hosting company, they will provide a separate one server to clients, to the customer, that is dedicated. And co-location web hosting is nothing but, in co-location, physically we are moving, our customers are moving their server into web hosting company's place or to their office, to their server. So here web hosting company, they are going to provide a rack space, what generally we say rack space, to the customer web server. So physically we are moving this system to their office, okay, their location, that is called co-location. In this example, all connectivity part for web server, everything will be taken care of by the web hosting company, and other administration part will be given rights to the customer, so they can maintain their website by themselves. So this is about web hosting concept. Next we move on to next concept, that is Web 2.0. Web 2.0. Next concept is Web 2.0. Web 2.0, it is nothing but a website. It is a website, and it emphasizes on interactive, collaborative, ease of use, okay. Here, what is Web 2.0? It is nothing but a website. It is nothing but it is also a website. Now these websites it provides or it encourages or most interactive way of communication between server and the clients, and again collaborative. Here it provides so many collaboration, in the sense it provides many activities. For example, for your online marketing and e-commerce. So what is Web 2.0? It is a type of website. It encourages or emphasizes on interactive session on the website. Means, suppose if you go visit any of the website, you might have come across many activities. For example, maybe from registering to the website, you're copying, uploading a file, downloading some information, all activities can be done on the particular website. Similarly, this is also a website. It emphasizes or provides service through interactive session. So here if I say interactive, nothing but you can do many activities. What do you mean activities? Maybe uploading or downloading this activity, copying a file, contents, everything is an activity. Those things can be done. And collaborative, what do you mean collaborative? You can also encourages users or clients to go for activities like online marketing. It is a collaboration. So with the help of this particular website, they encourage for online marketing or e-commerce. And most of you know what is e-commerce. That is electronic commerce. Is nothing but buying or selling of goods through internet with the help of this website. So this is about what is Web 2.0. Students, next we want to one more concept, domain registration. Next we move on to domain registration. See, in previous examples or previous sessions, you might have learned about different types of domains. We have different domains, types of domains that are .com, .edu, .org and .mil. See, these are all different domain names available here. And if you look at any other website, you take our college website, that is www.gsipuc.com. Here .com is a domain. .com is a domain. So whenever we want to go for any website, so this is we have to register. First step is we have to register domain name. Here domain name is this is a domain, and here this is our domain name. The first step, whenever we would like to go for any website, first of all we are going to decide the name of the website name, for example GSIPUC, and we are looking for domain name. So this is your one of the domain name .com, and here there we have different domains are available. Generally .com, this will be given for commercial applications, for commercial any other website which has been developed with the intention of any business or commerce, there is commercial application we are using it. And generally for any of the education institutions, so they will be provided with .edu domain and .org. .org, it is for small organization. If a small company is a startup company, if they would like to go for a website and they would like to go for domain registration, normally it is for small companies, they will be given .org. And similarly we have .mil, this is for military applications at defense level. So these are different, and here first of all you should know what is a domain. Domain names are available here, and here domain name. And we are going to register now. Just now I told you in my previous section, web hosting. We are going to put this our website inside web server, isn't it? So in order to go for this, first step is we have to registration has to be done. Domain registration has to be done. Who is going to do this? This is done by, I write here ICANN. The full form is Internet Corporation. Internet Corporation for assigned names and numbers, and this ICANN, it is a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization. What do you mean by this? ICANN is an organization, and they are going to maintain, or they are going to register all domain names of through internet inside server. So here these domain names has to be registered at ICANN. The full form is Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, and it is a non-profit organization, means just like NGO. How normally we say NGO, non-government organization. Similarly, it is a non-profit organization. First of all, we have to register at this level, then we go for other things. Next, here, and what are the other things we have to remember? Suppose I would like to develop a website for our college, for a company. So we have to remember few other things, and there are some points, few points to be remembered before we go for domain registration. There are, one is domain name, domain registration, and email and business account, and we say bandwidth and space and limitations So students, here just let me explain you a few things to register a domain name registration. And here whenever you want to go for registration or a website, we have to think of this following 7 points. Here, first of all, I would like to know what is the name I have to give for my website. For example, JSIPUC, this is the name we have decided here. And again, .com, this is a domain, this is the domain, this has to be registered, and this will be assigned by this organization, ICANN. They are going to decide, or they are going to assign whether the type of domain by looking at the type of service or type of business we are into. Next, registration. And apart from that, normally if you look into that, and also we have to think of whenever a website is available, there comes limitations. Here, what is meaning of email? So whenever, if you will be have an option. If you look at a website, there are some options. It is going to provide so many user ID to these clients. Imagine that have one company website. They are going to have around 50 employees in their company. So your website should have enough space or enough features to provide a email ID to all their users. So that is I'm talking about email here. So this has to be keep in our mind. And apart from that, accounts, how many accounts are possible within our one website, how many accounts I can create, how many emails, how many messages I can store, all things we have to think of. Then business account, bandwidth is nothing but normally we say bandwidth nothing but speed, we use the word bandwidth. And again, space comes into picture while storing our information. Suppose how many accounts we have, email accounts we have given, how many messages will be there. So many things we can. So information can, how much information we can store, those things can be, we have to think of all these things. And again, limitation. So for example, limitations of the web hosting company or this website. Here, whether does it support different types of content, different types of information, and all the information will be of different types. What is the meaning of different types of information? For you take an example like .doc is a type of file, .xls, .ppt is a type of file. So similarly .jpg, .png, and again .mp4, MP, also different types of files. So our websites, we should support different types of softwares or contents, should support different types of information. So whenever if you want to go for any domain registration or to develop any website, we have to keep these things in our mind before we go for registration. Okay, dear students, let me conclude this session at this point. I will come back to you with my next session. Thank you very much.